to another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back. This is the place where we get you up to date with all the biggest news and stories of the week in the world of streaming and movies.
Certainly is.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good.
Excellent.
Bit warm.
Are you?
Nice day again today.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah.
I've not found myself warm.
I'm warm.
Went for a walk at
did you?
lunchtime as well.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, yeah. And yeah. Bring more heat. Bring on the heat.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not moaning about it. I'm just saying it's a bit warm. It was a bit cold yesterday. It's a bit warm today.
Fine.
So.
I hope you find that happy medium.
I'm sure I will at some point.
What do you know? What have you been up to this week?
Ooh, what have I been up to? Oh, I've got such a busy life.
Sure. Obviously.
Literally nothing.
Oh, okay.
I did make my triumphant return to the cinema on Sunday night.
Okay,
so I'll tell you more about that later on in the episode.
How long has it been since you went to the
February?
cinema? Oh, wow. That's a good stretch.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm back in the habit. I think I'll start going more often.
Well,
it's when you get out of the habit.
Summer movie season's around the corner.
Yeah, there's a lot coming. A lot happening.
I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you'll be back on that train.
I'll try.
Yeah.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Not a crazy amount. I don't think. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've had any adventures this week.
No.
But then, like, last weekend feels like a long time ago.
This week's been the longest week in history.
I can't quite recall if I did anything notable at the weekend. I'm not sure because it's almost this next weekend.
Well, last weekend, depending on where.
Yeah, exactly. It's very confusing. Yes, pass. Cool. I don't think so. No, okay. I don't think. I'd have thought about it on the way over here if there was.
Perfect. That's the banter section done. Let's move on to the next bit.
This whole show's banter. I hate that word banter.
Oh, I do as well. Banter.
It's chat.
Yeah.
It's just chat, dude. Yeah. Should we go straight in with the question of the week?
Yeah, why not?
So I do have a couple of options.
Okay, cool.
We'll start with. We'll go movie themed.
Okay.
As that is allegedly what this show's something to do with.
Apparently. So they tell me.
Would you rather?
Okay.
Would you rather have to dramatically yell, "I am Groot," before every decision you make?
Right.
Or do the Titanic King of the World pose whenever you feel slightly happy?
Wow. Okay.
I mean, you're going to look mad as a box of frogs.
Either way. Yeah.
Every decision. So that includes like what pair of socks to put on in the morning.
I am Groot. Yeah. These black ones. What is the Titanic King of the World pose?
It's the arms
so you have to stretch your arms out back a little bit and lean forward.
Yeah. How happy are you, I guess? Not to get too existential.
I'm pretty happy at the minute. But how do you know when you've gone suddenly from... When do you know you're suddenly... I'm happy at the minute.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. Because if I'm at like my, let's say, steady state of happiness, which I'm a fairly positive person. Yeah. But then what happens is it like, if in my head, how I imagine it is like, have I took a sip of a really good cup of tea that you've waited for ages, and then I'd be like, I'm king of the world, because that is improving your steady state.
Both of these, are they on me to remember, or are they just happening?
They're involuntary, so they will happen.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about remembering.
No. It's a physiological reaction. So I guess your body would just know. Oh, that's made me more happy enough to shout, "I'm king of the world."
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with "I am Groot."
How many decisions do you make in a day?
A lot, but I feel like it's less mental. Does that make sense?
I could just imagine. What if you're driving your car there?
Exactly. You've got suddenly you go into Titanic pose.
Going left is a decision.
I am Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's safer than going. Ah!
Yeah, true.
Hands off the steering wheel behind you, leaning forward. I nearly took out a motorbike earlier today.
Did you?
Yeah, I wasn't very happy about that.
I bet he wasn't.
I think I am Groot for every decision.
Right.
Which I've just made a decision of. So, but I did say it.
I just think you make a lot more decisions because I think that would include like unconscious decisions, would it?
I guess so.
Like, I'm going to get up off the sofa. I'm Groot.
Yeah, but I'm Groot. It's done. Are you going the other one?
I'm not sure. I think it's tough.
It is tough.
I'm not sure which is the lesser of the two.
I think I'm not. Maybe not. You're maybe not always aware when you're suddenly happy.
True.
So your body. It's a good way for your body telling you, "Oh, you're all right at the minute."
I think people would think you're weird if you do the I am Groot thing.
Yeah.
I think they'd actively think you're an asshole if you're doing I'm the king of the world.
Every time you get happy. I think it's got to be I am Groot. I think it's just a lot less inconvenient to life. I know it's going to happen more often, but it's going to be less inconvenient.
And it does. The question does state dramatically yell I am Groot.
Oh, okay.
As well.
Well, that might change things.
So you can't just like under your breath.
I agree.
Yeah. It'd be more
this is a tough one.
I am Groot.
I'm wearing these socks. This is a tough question.
You're gonna have to change your life to pre-warn everybody that you ever meet.
This happens
for the first time or people.
I'm just worried I'm going to knock somebody out if I suddenly fling my arms back. I can't even do it now because there's stuff in the way. I am Groot.
Okay, fine. I think that is the answer.
I think so too.
I think both are terrible options, if I'm honest.
Let us know what you think in our Discord.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, fine. Would you rather have fingers that scream every time you touch something warm?
Right. My fingers scream or I scream?
Your fingers scream.
Okay.
Or toes that giggle uncontrollably whenever they're in shoes.
Wow. But constantly?
Whenever they're in shoes.
So if they're in...
I would say a flip-flop's not a shoe.
No,
I'm taking this pretty literally of a closed-toe shoe.
And they're just constantly giggling for the whole time the shoes are on.
Yeah.
But the fingers are screaming when they touch something warm.
Correct.
Fingers. Screaming fingers.
I think it's screaming fingers.
Yeah, because
we wear shoes too much in this country.
If you're at work 8 hours a day, you don't want your feet giggling the whole time.
You could kick your shoes off under the desk though. Do you ever do that? I do that at work sometimes.
I don't do that at work. I'd never go dogs out at work. Yeah, it's got to be fingers. How many warm things are you touching?
Oh,
what do you class as warm?
What have I touched today that I would class as warm? I think I've had 2 cups of tea.
I don't drink tea.
I made my daughter some toast for her breakfast.
Toast warm.
So there'd been some screaming there. But then I wouldn't have actually touched the thing for a long time to have the screaming.
No, you'd have touched the toast for seconds as you get it out from the toaster to the plate.
To the plate, exactly. Same with the tea. I might have... Did I even touch it? Because the mug's got a handle on. I don't know. I couldn't tell
warm,
you.
Warm, no?
No, because the handle's not warm.
No.
So...
Depends what you class as warm.
Warmer than you. So it feels warm to your touch.
I'm not 100% sure I've touched anything warm today.
So
my fingers are happy little digits.
Yeah, I think it's more manageable.
Whereas I've worn shoes all
isn't it?
morning. Yeah. I'm not wearing shoes now, but I have been wearing them since till I got in from work.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit at work all day and my feet are giggling.
It would be really annoying.
It would be really annoying for everybody.
Like you can go to the cinema.
No.
You'd have to wear flip-flops.
Yeah, you just have to wear flip-flops all the time.
Yeah, you would. Which people do, don't they, if they've got a condition. This is admittedly a weird condition to do. But if people have, like, I don't know, a manky toe, they might not be able to wear a shoe.
You're not allowed to drive in flip-flops, though, are you?
No, that's true.
The Crocs count. I don't know.
They're closed toe, open heel, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they probably do. Because it's your toes that are laughing.
What about socks?
What about
socks are not shoes.
No, they're not shoes. They're foot gloves.
They are foot gloves. It's got to be screaming fingers.
Yeah, I think so. Good
question.
Well
I like
it. Fine. I'm going to readjust my height.
Okay.
Because I've slipped down.
You're still on camera, so you're very good.
That's fine. I just felt I sank during that segment.
That doesn't say a lot.
I don't know why.
When we're sinking, hopefully the listeners are not.
Or
viewers. Hi, viewers.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Let's do some news.
Okay. I'm up for this.
We'll start with some Netflix news. And do you this feels a bit retro.
Right.
This does to me. Robert Langdon, that fictional character.
Off of the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah. The Da Vinci Code was like the biggest thing in the world.
It was. When that book
whenever that was.
Yeah. I don't remember a book going that viral since.
Is that in the last few Harry Potters?
Yeah, but
like to a book release being an actual blockbuster
proper
event.
viral that was.
Yeah. Well, Netflix are in on the Dan Brown train.
Okay.
Because after a heated bidding war,
oh,
according to Deadline, our old friend Deadline,
their fingers would have been screaming.
Yeah, they really would. Netflix has landed the adaptation of the upcoming Dan Brown book, The Secret of Secrets.
Okay.
Which will be the next Robert Langdon mystery thriller.
I didn't even know there was one coming.
The book is not out yet.
Right.
But they have already optioned the adaptation. Netflix have put in charge of this thing Carlton Cuse.
Oh, really?
Yes, he will run the show. But also writing the show and executive producing is Dan Brown himself.
Right.
So he is also presumably taking a paycheck from Netflix. The Secret of Secrets, the book, comes out on September the 9th.
Okay.
Netflix are already working on the adaptation.
So they must already have a copy.
I would guess so.
I wonder if they'll try and not the same time, but coincide. It's going to come quickly after the book.
Well, work is underway, but it'll be next year.
But that's pretty quick for an adaptation.
Yeah. The synopsis for the book says, symbologist Robert Langdon races against ancient forces and time. He's always doing that.
Yeah, that's what he does.
To rescue a missing scientist and her groundbreaking manuscript, whose discoveries have the power to forever change humanity's understanding of the mind.
Oh.
The series adaptation will blend futuristic science with mystical lore, delivering on the heart-pounding suspense and international intrigue that has made the Langdon stories a global phenomenon.
I wonder if they'll go after Tom Hanks for that.
Oh, yeah.
For a TV show, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe.
Funny you should mention Carlton Cuse today. 15 years since the Lost finale today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Since it finished?
Since it finished, 2010.
Crazy. Dan Brown calls The Secret of Secrets. I don't like the title, I'm sorry.
No, agreed. I'm with you.
When it's only got 5 words and you don't need to use 2 words twice. There's loads of words in the world.
There are, yeah.
He calls it, by far the most intricately plotted and ambitious book I have ever written. I also happen to think it's the most fun.
Isn't that what he's famous for?
Yeah, I guess so.
Intricately plotted books.
Yeah. It's the 6th one. Angels and Demons.
Yeah.
Was the year 2. This is books. Talking book releases.
I think I can do them.
2000.
Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, 2003.
Digital Fortress.
That's not on here.
Oh,
not as a Robert Langdon book.
Maybe it's not
anyway.
a Langdon.
The Lost Symbol was 2009.
I remember that one.
Inferno.
Oh, of course, yeah.
2013. And Origin, 2017.
Oh, I've not heard that one.
So, yeah.
Digital Fortress was around the same time as Da Vinci Code, but maybe that's not a Langdon. Maybe you're right. Cool.
3 of them have been feature films, obviously. Da Vinci Code was 2006, Angels and Demons 2009, and Inferno in 2016.
I don't think I've seen Inferno.
With Tom Hanks in all 3 of them.
I've seen the first 2, but I don't think I've seen the third one.
I think I've only seen the first one. I know I've read Angels and Demons, but I've not seen the movie. It's Ewan McGregor, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
How much do you think those 3 movies have made worldwide?
Oh, a lot.
It's more than I thought.
Don't know.
Combined box office of those 3 movies, $2.24 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If I was going to have guessed that, I would have gone less than $1 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
insane.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, and now it's heading to Netflix.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As a TV show?
Yeah. Yeah, limited series.
Carlton Cuse TV show. I'm up for that.
Honestly, that blew my mind that they've made that much money.
Wow, yeah, that is crazy.
So, yeah, that's coming.
I don't think I even knew Inferno existed.
Okay. That's a nearly 10-year-old movie.
I think I've read the book, but I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't think I've seen the film.
Netflix hasn't announced that in June, Netflix will stop working on older Amazon Fire TV devices.
Oh, really?
Yes. They have emailed affected customers. They are discontinuing support for older devices next month.
Right.
From June the 3rd, you will no longer be able to use Netflix on first generation Fire TV devices, including TV sticks, Fire TV sticks, Fire TV sticks with Alexa voice remote.
Right. Okay.
First models which were launched back in 2014.
I can't say I'm surprised. I think I've still got one knocking around somewhere.
I think we have as well.
I think it's probably. I don't know if it's first gen, but it's definitely very early gen.
I'm not sure.
I don't use any of them anymore.
Yeah. So
cool.
Keep an eye on that just in case anyone is
suddenly your Netflix is not going to work.
Because that'll be why.
I don't think there's many people still using them. Not that. There's people still using Fire Sticks, obviously, but not that old. They're like 20 quid. I knew one.
Yeah, exactly. Netflix has announced this week a new animated series.
Okay.
They are working on one of the. This wouldn't jump to mind to me as being one of the biggest games of all time.
Right.
But it is one of the biggest games of all time. Right. It's a game that has had 4 billion downloads since 2012.
Wow.
And over 180 billion gameplay hours across the world.
Goodness me.
It is an animated adaptation of Clash of Clans.
Oh, right. Okay.
Commissioned by Netflix.
Okay.
Their series will follow a determined but in-over-his-head barbarian who must rally a band of misfits to defend their village and navigate the comically absurd politics of war. Have you ever played this game?
Don't think I've ever played Clash of Clans.
This is just like build a village, protect your village, attack other villagers, that sort of thing.
No, I don't think I ever
build
have.
An army.
No.
I've seen the advert for it.
Yeah, the advert's everywhere. Or it used to be. I don't know if it still is. Cool. Okay.
This will be...
Seems a bit crazy it's not already happened.
It does, actually, if you think about it. The showrunner for this will be Fletcher Moule.
Great name.
He directed the original and wildly viewed Clash of Clans animated videos. So I guess like the stuff that is in the adverts and the cutaways, stuff like that. He also was behind Agent Elvis, which was on Netflix a couple of years ago. Yeah, so it was all right.
Yeah.
Executive producer Ron Wiener.
Sorry. Immature of me.
He's previously worked on 30 Rock, Futurama, and Arrested Development.
Wow, big
quite
name.
the CV there.
Yeah.
John
Thomas. Sorry.
John Diderian, who is vice president of animation series at Netflix, said Clash has been a global gaming phenomenon for over a decade, filled with humour, action, and unforgettable characters that are perfect for an animated series adaptation.
Yeah, I get that. I can see that.
We can't wait for fans old and new to experience the mayhem.
Mayhem. Isn't it funny when like one video game movie hits, then more just everybody's like, what franchises can we get hold of? It's like Minecraft's like much bigger than anybody thought it was going to be. And now it's like, let's get all of them.
Do you think about it, actually? Because there have been so many like attempts that have gone wrong. But then you look the last couple of years, Sonic.
Yeah.
Much bigger hit than anyone anticipated. What's it? They're making the 4th one of them at the minute. Mario Brothers. Huge hit. Minecraft, huge hit.
Yeah.
Are people actually getting video games adaptations right?
All of a sudden. Maybe.
Who knows?
Because there was a lot of controversy about the Minecraft one before it came out, that it wasn't going to be right, but people seem to have flocked to it since it was released.
I think the Minecraft movie is really interesting because it seems to be hated by adults, but it's loved by kids.
Exactly the people that should go on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of feels like a bit of a... this is not going to reflect well on us. It's like one of the first things where there's a generational divide.
Yeah.
But we're on the older
side of it. It's not the first time that's happened.
But that's hit really massively, hugely big. Here's a news story that's gone a bit under the radar earlier this week, but I found it really interesting. Netflix have announced that they have engineered and agreed a deal working with PBS in the States, Public Broadcasting Service, to fund produce and co-air
right.
Sesame Street.
Okay.
Because PBS had its budget cut by the American government. So Sesame Street was under threat.
Right.
So Netflix have done a deal with them.
Okay.
And they will, from later this year, Netflix will take some of the financial weight, and then new episodes will be broadcast on Netflix and PBS same day.
Okay, cool. That's good.
So
Sesame Street hasn't had a UK home for a long time.
No, it's worldwide. This will be worldwide.
So it's coming back to the UK.
Yeah, used to be on Channel 4, didn't it?
Did, yeah. You always used to love Sesame Street. But yeah, it's not had a UK broadcaster for a long time.
Yeah, this deal will start from the show's... How many seasons do you think?
Isn't it like one of the longest running shows of all time? 50?
You're close. It will be the 56th season of Sesame Street.
That's insane.
Where Netflix and PBS will work together.
I heard a fact about Sesame Street in the week. You know, Oscar the Grouch.
Yes.
Is orange.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
it because he's dirty?
No.
Oh.
Canonically. That.
Yeah.
Is orange.
Right.
But right at the beginning of Sesame Street, he goes to a swamp and he falls in and he comes out green.
Right.
And he's a Grouch never gets. He doesn't wash. Yeah. So he's been green ever since.
Oh, wow.
But he's actually
that's his origin story.
The creature is orange.
Crazy.
That is crazy, isn't it? And it was because it was something to do with when colour TVs came in.
Yeah.
They didn't like the orange, how the orange looked, so they made him green.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they did this story of him falling into a swamp.
Ah, that's great. That's a great fact.
I've seen it. It was a reel or a TikTok or something earlier this week.
A statement from Sesame Workshop reads, "This unique public-private partnership will enable us to bring our research-based curriculum to young children around the world with Netflix's global reach, whilst ensuring children in communities across the US continue to have free access on public television to the Sesame Street they love." I'm not getting political, but all I'm saying is if Netflix is the good guy, how bad must you be?
Very good point. All kids should grow up with Sesame Street. I think that's fair.
So there you go. Someone else who's got a job at Netflix, not Oscar the Grouch, well, as well as Oscar the Grouch, is Josh Hartnett.
Okay.
He's
having a career resurgence, isn't he?
He really is. He is going to headline, according to Deadline, the upcoming limited series Newfoundland.
Okay.
I think we did mention Newfoundland briefly, a few weeks ago, but we've got a bit more details on this. So it will be a limited series created by Jesse McKeown. Josh Hartnett will star and executive produce 6 episodes, which the series takes place and will film in Newfoundland in Canada. A mysterious sea creature terrorizes a remote Newfoundland town, and a hard-bitten fisherman, played by Josh Hartnett, must fight to protect his family, his community, and his vanishing way of life.
Sounds awesome. Sounds like a lot of fun, but also it sounds quite grim.
I wonder what the sort of gore/horror level will be on that.
Yeah. Or if it's just going to be more of a thriller.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think it sounds
good. Sounds good. The least you want from that is like really ramp up the atmosphericness on that.
Yeah.
But that sounds good.
It does.
A lot of potential.
Excited.
So last week we had all the news from the Netflix upfronts.
We did.
And this week we've got a roundup from the Amazon upfront.
Okay.
Because they had their big presentation last week.
Sweet.
And they did it at the Beacon Theatre in New York City.
Nice.
And some of those top stories. We have a premiere date for Fallout Season 2.
Oh, do we?
We do. It will be more towards Christmas.
Okay.
December, the second season will premiere.
Cool.
Festive treat for you.
Awesome.
I loved the first season.
Yeah, the first season of that was great.
Yeah, if they
really good show.
They can follow it up. It's going to be awesome.
Hope so.
Amazon also announced they have renewed the same show for a 3rd season.
Nice. Okay, they must be confident in it then.
Yeah. So that is on its way. Also renewed for 2 more seasons.
Okay.
Beast Games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who pays who for that.
Yeah.
Given the
I feel like
the amount
a lot
of
of the
cash
budget comes out of Mr. Beast's pocket.
Yeah. But yes, 2 more seasons commissioned of that. A first look, when I say first look, it's literally one picture.
Right.
A still shot of Nicolas Cage as Spider Noir.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, it looks awesome. That's exciting, isn't it?
It really is.
That really is.
No release date yet.
Okay.
But a couple more cast members announced, including Lamorne Morris.
Okay.
And Brendan Gleeson.
Oh, right.
Will also be in that. A brief synopsis. Spider Noir tells the story of an aging and down on his luck private investigator in 1930s New York who is forced to grapple with his past life as the city's one and only superhero.
Cool. I hope they do that right. It could be so good.
Yeah.
That should be in black and white, surely.
So it was also announced it will be available in both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can choose.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose black and white.
Okay, good. I think that's the correct decision. I think that's the correct decision. Also announced is that Michael B. Jordan will be producing a Creed spin-off.
Right.
Called...
Isn't Creed already a spin-off?
Yes, it is.
Spinning off the spin-offs.
Called Delphi, which will follow young boxers at Adonis Creed's Delphi Boxing Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep spinning off for generations.
Sure. Spin-off / reboot announced a barbershop series. Remember those movies from the, I want to say, early 2000s?
No.
Okay.
Should I?
Probably if it wasn't your thing, Yeah, a new barbershop series will be based on the movie franchise of the same name. Will follow Trav Porter, hoping to follow in the footsteps of his grandfather, a legendary barber at the iconic Chicago barbershop Calvin's.
Okay.
A unscripted docu-series focusing on Serena Williams.
Right.
Is also coming.
Okay.
And
is she still active or is she retired?
No, I think it's more based on like business.
Right.
Business persona. Things like that. The Prime Video reboot of Legally Blonde, prequel series called Elle, will premiere in summer 2026.
Next year?
Yeah. Produced by Reese Witherspoon. And Amazon's big Christmas movie will premiere on December the 3rd. And is named Oh, What Fun.
Let's see what they've done there.
It is a holiday ensemble starring Michelle Pfeiffer.
Really?
Yes. Also in the cast, Dennis Leary, Felicity Jones, Chloe Grace Moretz, Maud Apatow, Jason Schwartzman, Eva Longoria, and Joan Chen.
Wow. Lots of females.
Yes.
You're definitely going to watch that, so I'll be interested to see what you think of it.
It's Christmas, the movie, of course. And also announced by Amazon is a reboot of American Gladiators.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
They're getting back on the bandwagon.
Fresh off the success of, which has done really well over here.
Yeah, it has to be fair.
The reboot of Gladiators over here.
Yeah.
And it will be hosted by WWE superstar Mike the Miz Mizanin.
Oh, really?
He will host the American version, yeah.
That's a cool gig for the Miz. I like that. A bit more mainstream.
They've got a Prime Video Fast, which I don't think we have it labelled like that over here. But you know, you've got all these channels where it's just like Baywatch 24/7.
Yeah.
So there's an American Gladiators one, which has sort of got a bit of momentum behind it.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Plus, there was that Netflix documentary last year as well, and it's come back like 3 times, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Since the original. There's a documentary about the New York Jets if you're interested in terrible American football teams. Yeah, they were the main highlights from the Amazon upfronts.
Sounds like there's some good stuff to look forward to from Amazon.
Yeah,
and to be honest, I don't really go to Amazon for stuff very often. It's not,
no.
If I'm going to like browse for a streaming service,
I don't go on it. I was just going to say I don't go on it to just browse through.
No, I don't either. But there's some good stuff coming by the sounds of it. Exciting.
Good. Talking of sports on streaming services, Disney Plus are getting in the sports game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They have scored the rights to stream the UEFA Women's Champions League from next season.
Okay.
And they will stream that across Europe.
Nice.
So I think certainly in the UK, it's the first live
I don't
sports,
remember them doing live sports before.
On Disney Plus. It's a 5-year deal starting from next season.
Nice.
Disney will produce all live matches, commentary offered in multiple languages with pre- and post-match content.
I know a football broadcaster that's looking for a job.
Oh, okay.
Gary Lineker?
Yeah.
Do you feel like Gary Lineker's about to just suddenly go batshit? He's going to get a job on GB News.
He wouldn't get a GB. That's like the opposite. There's
that sort of
version of GB
that
News.
sort of level of like, this is
give him a talk show.
Yeah.
So he'd be like Piers Morgan.
He's just going to go batshit. I feel like he's just going to go off the rails. He's going to end up doing like all sorts of random shit.
Who knows?
You know, if they ever do that, they did that show with Philip Schofield. I know it's a very different thing. I feel like he'd be the next person to do that, where he'd just go on his own and monologue for days on end.
The media wants Gary Lineker
as a batshit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to happen. I've just got this feeling
that
you're going to start getting crazy.
It just start to feel like it's getting a bit witch.
Crazy stuff from Gary Lineker, I think.
Okay, who knows?
I don't know. I just got this feeling.
Who knows? That's all the streaming news. Do you want some movie news?
Oh, of course I do.
Considering they are the world's mightiest heroes,
yes,
and we have a cast list as long as our arm, the Avengers have been defeated.
Right.
By the inexorable march of time.
Right.
Because just today, as we record, this is hot off the press.
May 23.
Yes. Disney have announced that both Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars have been delayed.
Oh, no.
They will not, in the case of Doomsday, it will not be released in July 2026. It has a new release date of the 18th of December 2026, the week before Christmas.
Wow.
Equally, Secret Wars, which was to premiere in May 2027, will now be released on the 17th of December 2027.
Right.
So they have both been
pushed back
6 months, which kind of feels reasonable because they literally just started filming these things.
We did say at the time, I think, there's no way they're going to get them out that quick.
A 13-month turnaround.
Yeah. I do remember saying there's no way they're going to happen that quick.
Yeah. So what this does mean is that you will have basically a year between Marvel movies because the Fantastic Four First Steps arrives on the 25th of July.
Yeah.
And then you have the next one scheduled is not until July 2026, which would be Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Okay.
Now, the only thing is, bear in mind, will that move? Because that was scheduled between the two Avengers movies.
Yes.
So, obviously, we don't know anything about a story.
We might have to.
If there's an interlink there, that might shift.
Mm.
But that's my speculation. So, keep eyes and ears open for that.
I don't know why films announce release dates these days, because they just get moved. What's the point of they all announce them like 3 years in advance, and then they never ever hit what they say they're originally going to hit.
Yeah.
Why bother announcing it? Just say it's coming.
I mean, it's going to be a juggernaut either way.
Yeah.
That December release.
Yes, by deal.
Has done huge numbers in previous. I think all the Lord of the Rings were December movies, and
that sort of time of year is where your epic blockbusters sit these days.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
There may be more shuffling to come.
I'm sure there will.
Dates. That's fine. They need a bit of extra time to avenge. Then so be it. James Bond.
Yes.
May be going to prison.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That is because Daniel Craig is in talks to join the next movie from Whiplash director Damien Chazelle.
Okay.
And it's a prison movie.
Nice.
Daniel Craig and Cillian Murphy are both in talks to co-lead this movie.
Big names.
Which is as yet untitled, but would enter production later this year. Deadline says little is known about this movie other than it is a prison drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
What could that possibly be?
I mean, this is the guy behind. So he did First Man, which was the astronaut one.
Yep.
Babylon, La La Land, Whiplash.
Okay.
So this is awardsy.
Sounds it, doesn't it? Awardsy prison drama.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig's never really been up for anything.
No.
Like that, has he?
He's wasted his career with James Bond, hasn't he?
So maybe that's what he's got an eye on.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, if they seal that deal, then that's quite a duo.
Yeah, that is a big duo.
Yeah,
big names. Excited. We'll give you more information if we get it. When we get it.
And the final piece of news is that a Rambo origin movie is in the works.
Okay.
I want it to be called Rambino.
Yes.
That's my only request.
Even if it's not, that's what we shall refer to it from this day forward.
On the dock to direct this is Jalmari Hilander. He's the guy behind Sisu, which is like that crazy Nazi killing movie. He is looking at John Rambo prequel. So this would tell the story of when Rambo was actually in Vietnam in the war, how he became to be
what he got up to,
one-man killing machine. Scripted by Rory Haynes and Sharab Noshvani. They are the duo behind the script for Black Adam.
Okay, successful movie.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
No, me neither. So I mention it because I know it's come on to Netflix UK.
Yes, it has. No, I've not seen it. I have not really got any desire to.
No, me neither. Yes. So I mean, again, it's a few years since they brought Rambo back. When Stallone was going through his sort of greatest hits.
Yeah.
Bring them all back.
I'm not 100% sure I've ever seen the original Rambo movies.
Oh, I've definitely seen the first one. Don't know if I've seen much more than that.
I don't think I've ever seen any of them. Maybe in my youth, but I don't remember if I did.
You were never into a sort of those sort of stupid body count.
No, big action movies.
Yeah, Commando, Rambo, all that sort of thing.
Commando, Rambo.
Yeah,
that's what they should call it.
Yeah, to join those two together. Why not?
Commando versus Rambo.
Filming is planned to start as early as October.
Oh wow! Okay, we need a new Rambo then.
Yes, exactly. Out in Thailand. So, yeah.
I wonder who we'll get.
Do you want to apply?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I'm a bit old.
Okay.
I'm not far behind Stallone.
Yeah. Yeah, don't put yourself down.
Who would you cast?
I don't know. You need an unknown, I think.
Do you?
So I think we need a wet behind the ears.
How old are we talking? Like 20s?
I don't know how early Rambo was supposed to have gone to war because it was.
Was it?
Were you?
No, armed soldiers were young, weren't they?
Yeah.
So.
What's Christopher Mintz-Passe doing now? He's old now, isn't he?
He's old. Your young actors are old now.
Not my job to find an actor.
Kit Connor.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's the only young actor. He could do it. Guy's stacked now.
Yeah. He could do it. Okay. That's all the news.
Excellent. Well done. Have you watched anything good at the top of this?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of things.
Okay,
I do want to really talk about the 4 seasons on Netflix.
Okay.
Because
I'd like to talk about this with you.
It was mentioned a couple of times in the Discord this week with people saying they sort of just put it on because they were at a loose end and were surprised how good it was.
Okay.
I then also did the same.
Yeah.
And even though people in the Discord had said how good it was, I was still surprised how good it was.
Wow, okay.
It's really good.
It's really good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to watch this, aren't I?
It's only 8 episodes. Yeah. 2 episodes a season.
Yeah.
And
How long are we talking?
Half an hour.
Oh, they're only half an hour episodes? Yeah. Okay.
It's funny. It's funnier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And it's honestly more emotional than I thought it would be as well.
Right, okay. I'm going to watch this.
You would like, I think, I'm fairly confident you'll like it. It's Tina Fey.
I love Tina Fey.
You especially 30 Rock, you really like 30 Rock of Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
It's not like those things.
No, but
it's full of good performances. Coleman Domingo is an absolute standout.
Really?
He's hilarious.
I'm going to watch this. I didn't realise there were only half an hour episodes. I can do that.
Tina Fey's great. Will Forte's Will Forte.
He's always great.
Yeah. Steve Carell is... Again, I've seen Steve Carell be good in stuff. I know he's a good actor. But again, still took me by surprise in this.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, I've seen him be good in stuff. He's shit in this.
No, he's... Which was part of the surprise. I was like, why am I surprised he's good?
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. That's interesting.
I think you'll like it. I watched the whole thing. And it's well, I think we mentioned last week, it's been commissioned for a second season as well.
Sweet. I'm going to watch it.
Which is interesting because it's based on a movie.
Yeah.
A movie from 1981.
Okay.
Directed by Alan Alda.
Okay.
Who does cameo in this at one point.
Nice.
I think he's 89 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he pops up in this one episode as a cameo. And my understanding is, having read about the movie, I've never seen the 1981 movie, that this series does cover the movie. So
right, okay.
It will now go off. Whether it will go off on its own direction with the same
it's already
characters,
been recommissioned, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. I'll watch it this week. Or at least start it this week. I can't say I'll get to the end of it, but I'll try.
It's a nice concept. So these couples get together for a holiday each quarter.
Yeah.
So there's 2 episodes in spring, 2 in summer, autumn, winter.
Wow. That's quite a commitment. We struggle to all get together for like one time a year.
I said exactly the same. I was like, I'm impressed how many holidays.
Yeah, there's no way.
Well, it's a weekend away. They're not all.
Yeah, but even so.
Yeah.
We'd struggle to do that once a year.
But it is commented on in the show that, because one of them organises it.
Right.
Each of the trips, and they're like, oh, if it wasn't for you, we would never.
Every friend group's got that person.
Yeah. So, really enjoyed it. And it's done really good numbers on Netflix as well. And then I have watched. I don't know why I feel bad about talking about Dropout all the time.
Don't feel bad about it. Let's just advertise
I don't know
why
everybody. I do feel bad. Guys,
go and get Dropout.
We do talk about Dropout.
We do talk about it a lot, but we do watch a lot of it.
I've been watching this week the live Dimension 20 show.
Yeah.
Because I've tried several times to start various D20 series, which is their Dungeons and Dragons show.
Yeah.
As you talk about Dungeons and Drag Queens, which is 2.5 hours long an episode. And I was like, I've just not quite broken the back of it to get myself really into it. And then I noticed that they put up their live show from end of last year in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I saw they'd done that.
So I've been watching that, and I'm into it.
How long's that on for?
It's 2.5 hours. I've not watched the whole thing, but I'm about an hour and a half through.
It's like a one-off, one-shot type thing.
And I think that's it, because it's like a one-off.
Yeah, like a night.
Yeah, thing. It's kind of... It might have got me into it, I'm not sure. And then I've watched Game Changer, which was great this week.
This week's Game Changer is fantastic.
A new twist on the stand-up comedy show.
Yes.
I thought it was a lovely concept.
I did as well. I thought it was really... I was laughing out loud at some of it. Some of it's very funny. Yeah. Go and get Dropout.
Yeah, do it. How about you? What have you been watching?
I've also been watching Dropout. I've just started the final episode of Dungeons and Drag Queens.
Okay.
So I'm nearly there, but this one's 3 hours long, and it's the final battle. I don't know if they're coming back for a season 3 or if this is going to be the end of it.
Right.
I can't tell you how good it is. I'm honestly. I've also picked the next one I'm going to do.
Okay.
But I will let you know with a bit of assistance from Ross Cook, the not only resident Dungeons and Dragons expert, the resident Dropout expert.
Yeah.
So I picked the next one I'm going to watch.
Resident DM.
Yes, absolutely. What else? I've started my Black Mirror rewatch.
Okay, yeah. I've watched a couple more of them, yeah.
Cool. I've done the first season and all but the finale of the second season.
Okay.
Which is White Christmas, which I'm scared to watch because I remember it being really good, but also really emotional, and also it's like an hour and a half long. Okay. So I've not had a chance to watch that yet. But that's where I'm at. I'm making my own little stream table. I will compare notes at some point.
I think I have got 2 episodes left of season 4.
Okay, so you're getting there.
Yeah.
Awesome. How are you finding it?
Season 4 is the most... They've all been fine.
It's for the first Netflix season.
No, I think 3 is the first.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Season. Yeah, 3 is the first Netflix season. It's the most fine series. It's had, I would say, the least whiffs, but the least standouts.
Right.
Is my...
It's just mellowed.
Yeah. Is my...
I remember there's one Netflix season I remember being really bad, and I can't remember which one it is. But maybe it is 4.
I need to update my table. I'll put it in the Discord. I thought it was fine, but I was aware that everyone really loves the Star Trek-y episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Is that USS Callister?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It didn't do much for me.
I didn't like it. I remember at the time not liking it. I didn't like the sequel in the latest series either. But yeah, I don't like that one.
But it's quite widely regarded.
Yeah, it's like people love it. Yeah, people absolutely love it.
I was absolutely just... It's fine. Yeah. It's not done.
I'm with you on that. I never really thought that one was as good as it is. Some of them are great.
Yeah.
But there are some whiffs in there. I'd forgotten that some of them are pretty bad. The Jodie Whittaker one in season 2, 1.
Yeah, I think that's bottom of my pile.
Yeah, it is at mine at the minute as well.
They're all awful, aren't they?
It's woeful.
Characters are just...
I was just bored by the end of it.
Yeah.
Come on. So yeah, it's not... Maybe you get a bit of rose-tinted glasses for it. You just remember the good ones and you don't remember the bad ones. But
okay.
And I've also, as I mentioned earlier, been back to the cinema.
Yeah,
I went to watch Final Destination Bloodlines.
Nice.
And that movie is batshit crazy, but in such a good way.
Oh, good.
That has no right to be as good as it is.
Yeah.
It's 15 years since the last.
Is it?
Since the last Final Destination movie.
Oh, wow.
It's been longer since the last one than it is between the first one and the previously last one.
That surprised me. I genuinely didn't know it, but
Yeah,
I just kind of presumed they still chucked them out every few years. 15 years. Wow.
Years. I think because they all follow the same format, obviously. Sure. This one does skew it slightly. So the concept of Bloodlines is that they all start with an opening disaster.
Yeah.
The opening disaster happens in the 50s.
Right.
And it might be the best opening disaster out of all of them. It's fucking brilliant, really good. And the lady who survives death saved pretty much everybody. And then those people obviously shouldn't have survived, but they went on and had families, and then death goes after the bloodlines of those people.
Okay.
But in order.
Okay.
So this woman is now modern day. This woman's now in her 70s, and death's finally caught up. It's time for him to go after her family, and that's where we come in. But it's so good. There's some of the death scenes are wonderful.
It's what it should be.
It just had to be
balls out fun.
It did, and it had to be balls out fun. It's really silly.
Yeah.
But it had to be. I mean, if you try and pick it apart, if we did an episode on it, we'd pick it to pieces. Yeah. But just go in there, take your brain out, and just enjoy it. And some of the death scenes are great. It's really good fun. I was just smiling but the end of it's great. I was just smiling. It was just keep making those movies, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They're easy to make, I imagine. It's all special effects. It's all CGI, isn't it? So it's easy to make. Just keep churning them out. But it also, because of this bloodline thing, it kind of it brings all of the rest of them together.
Okay.
Because it doesn't say this in the film, but you could make everybody in this, or in all the previous films, could have been descendants of people from this original disaster. So it kind of ties everything back into one. Yeah, it's great. The opening disaster scene's fantastic.
Awesome.
Really good.
Good.
I think that's it. I think that's all I've been watching.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't think there's anything else.
Not a bad week.
No, it's been a good week. What do you want to do now? Where are we? What time are we at? Nearly 50 minutes. Do you want to quickly run through the top 10s?
Yeah, let's quickly go through them.
Quickly go through. Top 10 movies in the UK?
Yeah.
Let me open up the page. Bear with me 1 second. It's probably just wrestling and Mario, but let's do it anyway.
And a Shrek.
Oh, there'll always be a Shrek. And the top 10 movies in the UK currently are: number 10, Mean Girls.
Cool.
Number 9, Bad Influence. Don't know.
Not sure.
It's a Netflix original. An ex-con gets a fresh start when hired to protect a wealthy heiress from a stalker, but their chemistry is hard to resist as they grow closer.
Wow.
Number 2 weeks in the top 10. Number 1 movie in 40 countries this week, but number 9 in the UK. Number 8, Havoc. That's the Tom Hardy movie.
Yeah.
Number 7, Inside Man, Most Wanted. That's the sequel to Inside Man, I think.
Yeah, but it's like a
spin-off
made for TV sequel, isn't it?
Number 6, The Miracle Club. Any ideas?
No.
Miracle Club from 2023. In 1967, 3 generations of spirited friends from Dublin chase miracles on a pilgrimage to Lourdes and navigate unexpected relationships along the way.
Oh, an Irish movie.
An Irish movie in the charts. I recognise that lady, but I cannot for the life of me think what her name is. Number 5. Oh, press the wrong button. Bear with me. Number 5. What does that say? Oh, Ruby Gillman, the Teenage Kraken. I've seen that. I should have known that. That's a DreamWorks movie.
Yeah.
There's always a DreamWorks in the chart.
That's been... Yeah, that one's been sort of on and off Netflix.
Yeah, it comes and goes, doesn't it?
It's quite regular in the chart.
Yes. Number 4, Untold, The Liver King.
Oh, yes. This is this guy who just eats organs.
Just at raw liver.
And he's like hench's houses.
Hench's hell.
And then, I've not seen a documentary, but I did read an article this week where the guy has kind of been exposed for...
Big fraud.
Well... using a lot of steroids. I'm just like, but you don't look like that and you don't use steroids. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like you can eat whatever.
Is it like an attempt at the Tiger King?
I think that is the sort of zeitgeist they were trying to capture. Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it. Number 3, Nonnas.
Okay, this is supposed to be good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be alright, isn't it?
As the Vince Vaughn opening a restaurant run by grandmas.
Yes. Number 2, Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Okay.
And
that's good timing that from Netflix.
Yeah.
The one after's just about to come out, isn't it?
Yes, Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
Number 1, A Deadly American Marriage, which is the documentary I watched last week.
Yes.
Told you about last week. Go back to last week's show if you want to know what I thought about it. TV shows in the UK?
Sure.
Here we go. Top 10. Number 10, WWE SmackDown. Number 9, WWE Raw. No, just wrestling's just going to always be there now. Number 8, You Season 5. Number 7, Bad Thoughts. Any idea what Bad Thoughts is?
Not sure on that.
A collection of hilariously disturbing stories that push the boundaries of decency in ways only Tom Segura could imagine. Who's Tom Segura?
I don't know.
Okay. Top 10 show in 27 countries this week. Number 6, Ms. Rachel. She's always going to be there.
Yeah.
This is basically a top 7.
Yeah.
Number 5, Forever, Netflix original series. Forever reunited as teens, 2 childhood friends fell deeply in love, experiencing the joy and heartbreak of a first romance that will change their lives forever. 2 weeks in the top 10, number 1 show in 9 countries this week. Number 4 is a Netflix limited series called Secrets We Keep. Any idea what that is? There's lots of stuff I've never heard of. We do a podcast on Netflix, right? Every week. When a neighbour's au pair vanishes from a wealthy suburb, Cecile seeks answers and unravels secrets that shatter her seemingly perfect world.
Nice.
Number 3, The Four Seasons. Just mentioned. Number 2, American Manhunt, Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
It's supposed to be really good, that. It's supposed to be really interesting.
Documentary series.
And number 1 is another documentary series, Fred and Rose West, a British horror story.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was coming out.
That's come out and it's gone straight into number 1.
Yeah.
I might watch that at some point, to be fair.
Feels like you would.
Yeah, I feel like it's my sort of thing. What do you want, another country or do you want global?
Let's go global.
Let's go global.
Global.
English movies, globally on Netflix. Number 10, High Plains Drifter.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely is. Number 9, It Takes Two. That is from 1995.
Wow.
After meeting at summer camp, orphan Amanda and wealthy Elisa use their identical looks to play Cupid between Elisa's dad and a caring social worker. That sounds like such a 90s movie. And number 8, Beetlejuice.
Oh, okay.
Must have hit Netflix somewhere in the world. Number 7, DreamWorks' Home.
Right.
Number 6.
Is that the one voiced with Sheldon from the... Is it the Purple Alien?
Yeah, Purple
Alien. Yeah.
Is that Sheldon?
Yeah.
Jim Parsons,
yeah.
Number 6, Instant Family. This couple made careers out of renovating homes, but when they became caregivers to 3 strong-willed siblings, their lives will need an overhaul. Number 5, Inside Man Most Wanted. Number 4, Untold, The Liver King. Number 3, Havoc. Number 2, A Deadly American Marriage. And number 1, Nonnas.
Okay.
A bit boring. English shows?
Sure.
Worldwide? Globally? I think it's going to be very similar to what the UK was, to be honest. Number 10, Ms. Rachel. Number 9, Bet. This is that new... Is it Korean or Japanese show?
Okay.
I'm surprised that's not tried over here, actually. It's everywhere on my Netflix algorithm. I've clicked on Miss Rachel. That's not what I wanted to do. A private school where gambling determines social status. A skillful new student with a mysterious past is shaking things up and betting on revenge. I think it's Korean. Number 8,
I think you're right.
WWE Raw. Number 7, Love, Death and Robots.
Okay, yeah, that's back for season 4.
Hasn't charted in the UK. That's interesting.
Really?
Well, we didn't just read it out. Did we?
Yeah.
Number 6, You, season 5. Number 5, Bad Thoughts. Number 4, The 4 Seasons. Number 3, Forever. Number 2, Fred and Rose West, A British Horror Story. And number 1, American Manhunt, Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
That's it. That's your top 10s in the for Netflix this week.
Wicked.
Let us know if you're going to watch any of them, or if you're not, don't.
Indeed.
What are we going to watch this week?
Come back to this very feed on Thursday, and we are talking about an Irish movie.
We are indeed.
Black Ice.
Black Ice. It's a car driving movie.
One of the things I want to go into is why it's called Black Ice. We'll get into that. It's Irish Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yes, an Irish romance movie based around cars. Can't wait to talk to you about this one.
Yeah. I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, come back to our podcast on Thursday. You'll find it on all the good podcast apps and most of the bad ones. You won't find it on YouTube, but you will find it everywhere else. And then we'll be back next Monday for more of this. And then every Mondays and Thursdays, that's what we do. Come and find us. Like, subscribe, do the stuff, whatever. Tell your nan. Now you can do it.
Cheers.
Bye.